他把它展开诸天如同可住的帐篷。
He says, "Lift up your eyes on high and see who has created the stars." Is verse 26.
在26节，他又说：“你们向上举目，看谁创造这么多的这个万象。”
The one who leads forth their hosts by number.
他说呢，他一一的按数目来把它领出来。
And he calls them all by name.
他说他一一的称呼诸天的名字，这万象的名。
Now, scientists did not know that the stars were moving.
这个科学家以前是不知道这些星球都是在运动中，高速运动中。
That they were moving out.
而且呢，并不知道整个宇宙是在膨胀的过程中。
Until Edwin Hubble discovered it in 1929.
在1929年，哈勃望远镜组装完毕以后，哈勃天文台里面的科学家才有机会看见这个膨胀的事实。
He looked at the stars and he said, "The light coming from the stars is too red."
他说呢，哈勃发现呢，这一些从星球里面发出来的光是太红了。
Why is that? It should not be that red.
那为什么会偏红呢？
And so then he used the information that he knows and the intelligence that he had, and he came to the conclusion, and other scientists agreed with him, it means that the stars were moving away from us.
后来哈勃是把这个宇宙的这个波谱整个全谱把它画出来，说每一个星球的这个光谱，这个是历史上轰动全世界的一件事情。那个是爱因斯坦的时代的结束，是另一个时代的开始，就是哈勃看见宇宙膨胀的事实是通过这个宇宙天文图这个光波这个波谱。
So the stars are all in motion and they're all moving away from a center.
宇宙的膨胀的意思是什么呢？宇宙里面所有的光体，所有的存在物都是从一个中心点才朝外扩张过程中。
The modern scientists only found it out recently.
最近非常近的时间，最近几年，这个天体学家、宇宙学家才发现这么一个事实。
Before that, scientists thought that the universe was static.
在那之前，以爱因斯坦为代表的科学家，他们相信宇宙是静止的、永恒的。
That it had been forever.
他们认为宇宙是永恒的，而且它是静止不变的。
You look up at a star, and next day you look up at a star, next year you look up at a star, it's always there.
所以他们的理由很简单：你今天看见这颗北斗星，明天看见这颗北斗星，我爷爷看见这颗北斗星，我的孙子也会看见这颗北斗星，宇宙就永远这样存在啊。
So they said it has always been there.
所以他说它永远就这样存在，它就是永恒的吗？宇宙就是永恒的吗？
But then, what Hubble found out that it is moving. Hey, what makes if it is moving and if it is moving out, it means that there was a starting place.
如果说整个宇宙是在膨胀的过程中，是在向外扩张的过程中，那么它原来如果你把时光倒流，你给它一点点推回去，它一定是从某一个中心点开始了吗？
So scientists had to come to the realization that the universe had a beginning.
所以，当代的科学家，绝大多数的天文学家，包括大部分的科学家，都承认，这是一个科学事实，就是宇宙有一个开始。
This astounded them.
这让他们万分的震惊。
This shocked them.
而且这让他们非常的让他们非常的奇怪。
And one of the astronomers, he called it the Big Bang.
所以有一个科学家取了个名字叫做大爆炸。
From that, they had to accept the universe had a beginning.
所以从那以后，哈勃望远镜的这个诞生，导致整个科学界的一个180度转弯，从相信宇宙是永恒，现在相信宇宙有个开始。
Because if all the stars are going out, they're going out this way, but it means that a long time ago they were down here.
在一定的时间，当宇宙刚开始膨胀的那个起初的时候，它是一个中心一个点，后来才慢慢膨胀成现在这么一个庞大的这个浩瀚的宇宙。
And you go back to the very beginning, and there had to be a beginning.
所以科学是从非常逻辑的一个方式来推理，而且现在找到证据是确实这个宇宙是从一点开始爆炸以后快速的膨胀。
Now you see, in the Bible it tells us, in Genesis, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
大家知道，在创世纪第1章，圣经说，起初神造天地。
And now Isaiah says that he is leading the hosts. He is leading the hosts in motion.
这个以赛亚书，他说他把这个展开诸天，而且呢，把这个所有的星球星系这个从神按数目一一把它领出来。
That means that the stars are all moving, but they're moving in an orderly fashion.
这里面也给一个现代科学奠定一个可以探索的基础，就是什么呢？如果是神把它们一一的领出来，按照数目领出来的话，意思说整个宇宙万物，包括所有的星系，都是有序的在运行。
Our God has the stars in His control.
所有的星球星系都是在上帝的掌握当中。
The star is not going in any direction, just haphazardly. God has it in control.
这些星球看起来好像是毫无目的的在运作，但是它是如此井然有序的运作，是因为它在上帝的手里。
Now, we can understand that.
我们非常容易理解这个，
Because we send spaceships up to the moon.
因为我们把这个宇宙飞船送上了月球。
We have sent spaceships to Mars.
我们也送宇宙飞船到那个探索器到火星。
And we have another spaceship moving off somewhere or other. It'll take a long time before it gets there. But here on Earth, we're controlling it.
我们还知道有另外一个这个空间探索器是这个飞向更远的星球。那尽管我们不知道什么时候能到，但是唯一的控制是在地上的这个地球上的科学家控制这些飞行器。
The one that went to Mars, it got to Mars and it landed.
那个飞向火星的那个探索器，那个空间探索器，最后是撞击了火星。
And here on Earth, from NASA, they control what is way up there.
这里美国的这个空军和这个他们的这个宇宙美国太空署的科学家是在控制这一些的探索器在太空当中的运行。
Well, you see, this is what Isaiah said about God and the stars.
这里以赛亚书在公元前500年、500-600年，他就在讲论上帝掌握所有这些星球。
See, the one who leads forth their host by number, he also calls them by name.
你看非常有意思，他说所有这些的星球，神按数目一个一个把它们领出来以后，他一一的称呼其名。
So when you look up here in Toronto, you can't see too many stars.
如果我们在多伦多，我们夜观天象，不太会看见太多的星球。
I suppose if you were in Beijing and looked up, you couldn't see too many stars. There's too much pollution.
当然，如果你在北京，你可能看到的星星更少，因为北京上面的这个乌云更厚一点。
But look up on a clear day. If you're out in the country, it's saying look up on a clear night, not a clear day. Clear night, and look at the stars.
如果你是在一个乡村的一个月光皎洁的一个夜空很洁净的这么一个晚上，你看天上的星星。
And look up at the stars, and you see the star, and when you look at it, you say, God made that star. Use your imagination.
你用你的发挥你神赐给你的想象空间、想象力，你去看每一个的星球，尽管我们不知道它的名字，但是神造了它。
God is moving that star to go in the path that He wants it to go.
不但神造了它，而且神把它放在那个位置，神又用他的能力让这个星球照着神的旨意在那个轨迹上运行。
God has a name for that star.
因为神还专门为这个未知的星，这个宇宙里面每一颗星都取一个名字。
And how many stars are there?
请问有多少星球在这个三维的宇宙空间里面？
If you're in clear air and we can see with our eyes maybe 3,000 stars.
如果在一个比较清洁这个